terrible. You know, you
I know.
go on a school board and you get death threats. I mean, what a country.
Yep.
All right, we are live on YouTube. Now we'll just wait for Mark to get back to me on Comcast ECTV, and we'll be good to go.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, from the looks of it, we are live on ECTV. So Richard, we are good to begin.
Fair enough. Thank you. Welcome to the September 2021 meeting of the Scranton Harb Historic Architecture Review Board. Welcome everybody. My name is Richard Leonori. I am a Scranton architect and I am the chair of the Harb. With that, our numbers are slimming, but we do have a quorum tonight, and I would like to introduce other members of the Harb. If I could start with the two Katies, please introduce yourselves.
I am Katie Carney, and I'm the historian.
I am Katie Gilmartin, member at large.
Michael.
I'm Michael Muller, a Scranton architect.
Okay. Then we have from the city of Scranton, Denise.
I'm Denise Nitch, and I am the coordinator for Harb.
And then we have our legal consultant, Tim.
I'm Tim Corbett. I'm the solicitor for the Harb.
Thank you very much. So we are the Harb. We do, since our numbers have lessened with a few people moving out of town, we do have a quorum tonight. The first order of business is a review of the minutes from the last meeting. Do we have any comments on the minutes as they were submitted?
Actually, it's for July and August.
July and August. There are
You
2
know,
months.
I'm just realizing, Denise, that email only went to me. I'm going to email copy.
Okay. All right. I thought you were going to put it up. Okay.
Yeah, it takes a little time to do that, though. Let's see. I just emailed everyone a copy of the minutes.
Are you able to post them here, Tim, or not?
You know what? I probably could. Let me see. I should be able to get it
I
up.
think that would be easier than.
Oh, you know what? I can pull it from the email I just sent. Excellent.
Maybe we can all take a quick look at them and.
Well, I can make a motion to approve the July minutes. I just read them. I was not at the August meeting, so I can't approve those.
Okay.
And Tim, they came through and didn't go to my spam.
Excellent. I'm bringing them up now, if you just bear with me. So if you want, we have
August.
the August minutes, if you'd like to review those.
We have any comments on those minutes? Obviously, the critical item from August was the proposed demolition for Plotkin, which I think we can discuss a little bit more later.
I'll make a motion to approve the August minutes.
A second? Has to be you, Katie.
Well, I wasn't there either.
Oh, my gosh. What do we do in that case? Huh?
Hold it until September.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we hold it
Until
until September,
October.
okay? Since we don't have enough people.
See how, let's check the attendance at the
Okay, fair enough.
meeting.
Okay, well, so let's go back to our agenda then.
Well, or July, let's see.
Oh, well,
we have
July,
enough-
we had, okay. We do have a motion on the floor from Katie to approve July.
And I wasn't in attendance in July, so I need to abstain, but the other Katie
was,
can
Katie
second.
Gilmartin
I
was.
will say, yep.
it's up to
Second by
you.
Gil Martin.
It's up to you, Katie.
I'm happy to second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
And aye, the two ayes. Okay.
Okay.
Does that count, Tim?
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay, fair enough. So at least we have that July out of the way. So thank you very much. Okay, if we go to the review of minutes. So we have two applications to review tonight, and they are both for signage. And the first one is 314, 316 Penn Avenue. Did this come before us before? Denise?
I don't think so.
Yes,
think-
the address did, but it was for a different
It was- yeah.
project. It was for the awning, not for the signage ban.
Okay.
So this
I
is the
thought-
salad shop.
Fair enough. I thought it came before us before there was some question. And what the Harb was concerned about is that the sign that we saw did not run the full length of the building. All right. And now it is proposed to run the full length of the building. Okay.
And I can report that that is already installed.
Oh, it is. Well,
Yes.
let me ask you something, Michael, because from this graphic, it
How
looks
did
as
that
though.
happen?
Oh, yeah, how did that happen? Well, that always kind of happens to us. It looks as though the word building is in a different size font than the word Knowles Insurance. Is that the case?
Nothing is applied. What is there is a new PVC board to hide the previous signage.
Okay,
And the board is up, but there are no graphics applied.
okay. Well, one of my concerns here, I mean, I would think the word building should not be in a bigger typeface than the word Knowles Insurance. If that's not on there yet, and I don't know.
I think this is a really bad Photoshop job is what I think you're seeing there. I don't think someone scaled the text properly.
Well, I guess just to make sure of that, I mean, if we are to I think we wanted it to run all the way across, and if it is the right color, the building looks very, very good, obviously. See, this is not a great Photoshop job either, because the word no return
I was
is
gonna say,
not,
it's like going
it's not
uphill
in
there.
line, it's going uphill. Okay?
Yeah. Who
So
Who
I would
submitted this?
entertain a motion to approve this, given that, first of all, that the line of copy is level with the line of the building, and that it is all of one size. The other thing is that this is a different typeface than what was shown in the other image. I think I prefer the more delicate typeface with the serifs that are shown in this graphic. So I think the motion should state both of those things, that the typeface should be the serif type shown in the 3D view, and that it should be all of one size, and that it should all be level.
I think my questions are, Richard, I don't take any exception to your
Concerns?
comments there.
Okay,
No, I share them, and I think those are valid, but
okay.
like what color are the letters? What are they made out of? Are they stickers? Are they raised
Inside?
letters? Are they illuminated? Yeah, there's no real information on the nature of the sign itself.
Okay, I would think
Does
that
it say
either,
that on the application, Tim?
All it says is it's a PVC board to receive new sign.
Oh,
And
that's
then
helpful.
there's a drawing that says the owner and contractor intend to initiate efforts for the alignment, upgrade of the existing signage, mounting panels, creating a more uniform work surface.
okay, well, that's what we do want.
The existing anchored support system will remain as is for continued use.
Okay, I
But there's
think
no
this is-
commentary on the letters or what color are they? It's a black and white photo. Are they stickers or is it engraved into the PVC panel?
well, why don't we, in the motion, tell them what we want? And actually, I would be okay with an incise letter or an applied letter. I don't know if the trim on this building is black or dark brown. I mean, basically, this is an off-white building with a lot of black on it. But I mean, I think that, I guess my preference would be to approve this and state what we think it should be, with maybe a couple options on the letters itself. I mean, I personally would be okay with either incised or an applied metal letter. Does anybody else have any comments on that?
If I could
I,
check,
sorry, go ahead, Tim.
just for to make sure we're doing the procedure right. Since we don't have anyone here to comment on the application, I think we could, the board could make assumptions on what's contained in the application or what they believe is represented in the application, and then approve it based upon those assumptions. If there are substantive changes, then I think what we've discussed in the past is we would have to deny and then recommend, that if these changes were made, that we would then approve. But that, once again, once we deny, that starts that process where we have to submit our advice and report to the council. And
Yeah, which is why my
Is there-
preference is not to deny it. It's simply to tell them what we would accept.
yeah, and I think what I'm saying there is if the board outlines what they're seeing in the application, although it might not be clear through the application, if we outline that, I think it's probably the best way to go about it.
So this is the second application that has come up the day of where the application has been incomplete and it makes its way into the agenda. I think we need an opportunity to reject applications that are incomplete, because in my opinion, this application is incomplete.
It is, Michael. Tim, do we have the ability to do that?
So that would be something that someone would have to police at lips, because from the ordinance, our issue becomes once the application's submitted. So once lips takes application, I think we then have 30 days to act on that application. So if LIPS, is able to, if we're able to meet with them and indicate to them, this is what's required, and they can reject an application as incomplete, but I think for us to do it at a meeting would become difficult.
Okay.
Are we able to, oh, sorry, go ahead, Denise.
No, what I was gonna say is when I send this out to you, like the week before, I usually have all the information and the application attached. So if somebody can look at that and just, get back to me and say, this is incomplete, can we,
Table it.
can
Yeah,
we
table it.
at least contact
Oh,
the people so that it's complete by the time the meeting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, give them a fair chance to complete the
Right.
application to
Right.
supplement.
Right.
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
Are we able to table an
So-
application if it's not complete?
No, so I want to interject there. If we by ordinance, like I said, we have to issue an approval or denial within 30 days. So we don't really have unless we're going to table it and bring it back within that time frame at a special meeting, we wouldn't
Well,
have.
and this was also just, it came in yesterday, so we wouldn't have gotten it until, we didn't get it till today anyway, but
I thought I had it attached when I sent it before vacation.
oh, I'm
was a-
sorry. Oh, 8/8. Oh, you're right. You're right. It's 9/9.
Yeah.
I've lost a month.
That month ago.
so I guess my recommendation would be, given all of that, to approve it, but to state exactly what we want. We approve the one general long sign, that we want the typeface to be the serif, that we want the signage to be level and to be of one size, and that we would approve either incised or incised cut letters or applied metal letters. And in terms of color, well, I would be open to several colors too, but
Like, did you say this was up already?
the backboard is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the backboard is up. The sign freeze is up. There's no sign on it.
Okay.
So this is this applicant or this building owner, I think this is the second instance where there's been work done in advance of proper
Yeah.
protocol, which undermines our ability to advise and recommend or whatever. And so my fear in approving an application that I feel is incomplete and making a recommendation about what we think should happen, what is the recourse when it's not that? And, not only for this applicant, but other applicants, if that's the case. And I don't know what the answer there is.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, it does not put it, you're right, Michael, it does not put us in a good position. Okay? I mean, this drawing is inaccurate and incomplete and not even level. And the other graphic is, let me ask, is the signboard that's up, is it the same color as the building?
I believe it's in like an AZEC board. I think it's painted gray, so it is harmonious with the palette of the facade.
Mm-hmm.
I would be in favor of tabling this with the understanding that the applicant can request a special meeting so that the application could be more complete and that they attend so that they can discuss with us their intentions.
Can we do that, Tim?
So we have an issue with this application, and it's an issue that I kind of foresaw would arise, but I don't think we have had arise yet. It was submitted on 8/8 and we are now 9/9. So we're beyond that 30-day window. At that point, and I'd have to review this in the ordinance, but I believe it becomes approved as a matter of law.
does that 30 days come? Because August 8th was a Sunday, so Denise wouldn't have gotten it until Monday the 9th.
It's still 30 days.
How would it have? I guess by email, maybe.
Yeah, probably by email.
Yeah. So then I guess, yeah. So I guess we would have till today. So we would have to issue a ruling on it today. If you feel that it's incomplete, You could certainly deny it. You'd have to prepare advice and report, and we'd have to submit it to council.
If
Well, let-
Denise had it on the 9th, why wasn't it done on the 11th when you had a meeting?
Probably because I'm just thinking here. I'm guessing because short turnaround, but I'm not
I
sure.
probably didn't get it.
That's my issue is,
Okay, let me
When
ask,
does- yeah,
let
when
me,
does
let me,
the clock
let's try
start?
something else, okay? Because I know Nina and I think Michael knows Nina as well. And perhaps we can approve it with those recommendations. And in that Nina needs to consult with us the fine points of this sign. That we,
Katie, I have your-
we would accept incised letters or metal letters of several different colors that the contact here, the design consultant needs to contact or have a special whatever.
Yeah, there needs to be some correspondence with the design committee of the Harb
Exactly.
for further
Yes,
consultation.
yes, to finalize this. And can we put that in the motion?
I think that would work for me. I would want the motion to be clear that vinyl applied letters would not be appropriate. I think given the scale and the nature of
I
the
agree
site.
completely. Plastic letters would not be appropriate, I think, even just because of the sheen of them, so, right?
So I'll make a motion to approve with comment that the signage shall not be plastic applied letters, vinyl applied letters, and final design to be reviewed by the design committee with the signage design consultant. How's that?
What do you think, Tim? Will that fly?
Yeah, I think it could. I think what we'd be saying there is because the application isn't clear and we don't have individuals to answer the questions that the Harb has, we're reading into what they've submitted that they aren't, the application isn't for plastic applied letters or vinyl.
Right, but we don't know that.
We don't know that. We're reading that in, but I think motion as described there would work.
Okay.
Can
Did you get it,
repeat
Denise?
that, please?
Sure.
Or email it to me.
So the sign is approved with the understanding that the letters are not to be plastic applied letters, vinyl applied letters, and final design to be coordinated with the Harb's design committee,
And the design
the
consultant,
client.
the
Sure.
client's design consultant. I mean, I'm sure, Nina's intentions are good here, but I think we do need to review those things, given the graphics and the missing information.
Okay, thank you.
I'll
Katie,
second
I
that.
have an answer to your question. Is the application was received on the 9th, but the payment for the application wasn't received till the 11th.
Okay.
So that's the gap.
So Tim, does that mean our clock would start when their money is received or when the application is received?
I think the argument would be that the application's not complete until the
There's payment.
fee is made. So the complete application would be the 11th.
Okay.
And then my only other question is, can we, I don't know if we can say this in our approval, but complete the application. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think a meeting between Harb members and the LIPS department might be beneficial to, discuss that issue.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a little more diligent too and tell them complete it.
Yeah, I think it's of concern that the minute someone drops an application at the desk and makes payment and they walk away, the clock starts. Like, what if there's
Right.
nothing in it at all? That's not
Right.
fair.
Right.
I think there should be a notice back to the applicant that the application has been received and it's been deemed complete. That's when the clock should start. And that should probably be Denise with consultation with the board. to identify a complete application. And I don't know if that's legally possible, but that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we could discuss. I think I'm just going back to the wording in the ordinance. That, we want to be as conservative as we can when reading that to not run afoul of it.
Sure. And obviously the intention is to not, prolong any proceeding or delay. I think the intention would be to expedite that. Here we are, this person this could have been approved if we had all the information, right, and be done. But now it's going on, it's going to drag on longer because. So I don't know if there was a second on that motion.
Is there a second on Michael's motion?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Katie. All in favor?
Aye.
Katie Gilmartin?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. I'd say the motion carries. Tim, are you okay with that, what we've done?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Now we're gonna have another project. It's gonna be tough because Mr. Mueller can't participate here, or cannot vote. Okay.
When was my application accepted?
You might be.
Did you fill it out?
No.
It was a long time ago, 30 days.
31.
That's it. Well, let's see.
Okay,
I'm
let's
teasing.
bring that up.
We
Okay,
continue the
Michael, I have a
application
couple
process.
questions here on this, okay? Is this accurate? Are the windows on the side of your building not in alignment with the windows on the front of your building?
Correct.
This is right, huh?
The windows on the front have a lower sill. Yes.
They have a
this is
lower
right.
sill, so there is a drop, so there is a change. Okay. So because I was looking, at the circle, and the circle is aligned to the windows on the front, but it's not aligned to the windows on the side, right?
Yeah, I can't explain why. Mr.
Okay.
Grady, the blacksmith from 1850, is no longer with us to
Okay,
explain himself.
okay, but that is how it is.
Wouldn't you love to ask him many questions?
I have a lot of questions. Yes.
Okay, Michael, this sign, it is metal?
It's steel. Correct.
It's steel. Okay. There are no words.
Nope. Nope. Just the logo.
Okay.
And so that photo on the far right is actually the sign. It's here. The graphics are applied. It's just not installed. So that's an accurate photograph. Someone's actually
Who's
hanging off the
holding that?
balcony. Yeah, that's one of my team members holding the sign in place to give a sense.
Okay.
Oh,
And
That's
you
cool.
you feel that you're okay, you're not going to need to add words? Or add words at some point, or add words elsewhere?
That may become window graphics. I may do something over the other door as a hanging bracket sign that, maybe is something more old timey that says architect or something, but I kind of like not having words. I think the scale doesn't really accommodate it. And I think that is really intended for the car, not for the person. And, to have anything read to the scale of the car would become probably too massive for this building, in my opinion.
Okay.
I
Did
like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Did you consider putting it more on the corner?
Yes. Yeah. And we settled there.
I
We
mean,
settled where we have it, but yeah.
okay. Well, and the other thing is you moved it to the corner. I think then you would have to align the circle to the side windows and not the front windows, right?
Yeah.
I would think, okay?
Fair.
Right? Do you agree with that or not?
Yeah, I could go either way. Where does it belong to? It felt,
Well, I
they
think
make
where you
corner
have it, it
signs.
belongs to the front. If you move it to the corner, I think then maybe it would belong to the side, right?
I see.
I would
Interesting.
think,
So that would
right?
sit a little higher still.
Yeah, it would sit a little higher,
Mhm.
which I
That's
think
interesting.
would be an option for this, at least.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
certainly open. There's been a lot of debate in the office about where to stick this thing. And my instinct was lower, not higher. But, we only have 3 feet of land in front of the building, and trucks and cars and things come flying down. And this thing does project about 2 feet or so.
Well, that
And my fear was that it'd get
lower
whacked.
lower is interesting. I mean, someplace in line with the balcony itself or something, you know, out
Mhm.
and not aligned with windows. I mean,
Mhm.
I get, you know, and it might just be this photo, between the, you know, it clusters everything a little bit there at the center. And, you know, my initial thought was, it might look better if you moved it over. But,
Well, I'm certainly open. I think,
Okay.
it wasn't obvious to me where to stick this thing.
right, okay, well, that's good to know, because I do think you have a number of different spots. And certainly, you know, and then that's how I really realized, well, I initially thought, oh, it should go over at the corner. And then I looked, oh, the windows don't align. No wonder he, you know, okay, so we would just accentuate that. All right. But you could align it to the balcony and put it on the corner. You know, I would think. You know,
When you say align it to the balcony, so that
Lower, between the
it's-
windows.
Yeah, got it.
you know,
Between the
and
windows,
over
but on the corner.
on the corner, but on the corner.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
so I present that, and with that, I would, it's going to be up to you. Okay, I trust you, and I would accept the motion to accept this.
I would make a motion to accept it as is. I think it looks great.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? The two ayes,
Aye.
and that does it.
The two Katies have it.
Katie's have it.
Tough
Okay.
crowd.
Yeah, and
You know it.
and I know that Mike will consider whatever before it goes up there. Okay. Topics for, yes, you're welcome. Topics for discussion. We have an invoice from Timothy. And I guess we simply need a motion to approve that.
And we're missing some letters here.
Yeah, it's all blacked out.
I'll make a motion to approve the invoice.
Okay, we have a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so, okay, Tim, you're getting paid.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, the next thing, topics for discussion miscellaneous. I would like to have a little bit of discussion. Well, first of all, 225, the sign went up. And Michael, you did adjust that, right? And
I did. And actually, just before the meeting, I peeked out there. It looks like I had sketched, so.
I think it looks very nice, actually. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's seen it, but we did propose moving it around, so it isn't exactly as it was presented to us in a drawing, and I think it looks comfortable on the building. So that did go up. The coping has never gone up on St. Peter's Convent. I don't know why. They did agree to the darker color that we recommended, but they haven't installed that yet. It's still a rough edge around the top of that roof. Okay. And I'm still getting kind of negative comments on the Steamtown lofts, in that the cow catcher that is applied there does hide the word lofts when you look at the sign. Okay. As you remember, we had that discussion, but we never really saw, you know, the finalized sign, and there was always some lack of understanding of 3 dimensions by the sign manufacturer on that. Okay. I think the big thing we need to discuss is Plotkin. And Tim, we did produce hopefully what you need. I don't know if the owner is pursuing that with city council or not. I don't know the status of it. Okay.
So I'm not sure of the status. I know that we did submit everything we need to submit on our end to city council and the law department. I believe the law department has finalized the legislation and approved what we'd submitted and provided it to the council clerk. So now it's in their hands, and they'll determine when they can get it on their agenda. And I did ask that they let us know when it's going to be placed on the agenda in case any members would like to be present.
Okay. Do we have any more information on Plotkin or anything to discuss?
I don't see any changes out there, so it seems to still be standing.
It's still standing. It is. Yeah. And we don't know if the owner is pursuing it with city council or not. Okay. So, okay. Our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, October 14th. Okay. We do have an issue. I think we need, our board has emptied out. So I think we need an engineer. We've lost Lee. I think we need a realtor. We've lost Nell.
Nell did provide a list of possible names to consider. And, as with all of our openings, if you guys know of anybody, I think they need, and Denise can confirm this, but I think they would just need to submit a letter of interest and their CV to the administration for consideration.
Mayor's aware that those two positions and the titles that they have to hold are open on this board, so
Okay, good.
she's working, but if you know, like Tim said, if you know of anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. Michael, you know an engineer that lives in town?
No, I keep scratching my head about it. I don't. Nothing comes
Yeah.
to mind.
So,
I'm sure that someone exists. I just don't know who that person might be.
right.
And I don't know if, I don't know who would even be considered for Nell's position, but I don't know if Wayne Evans is eligible to return if his 5 years off the board has passed. But I know he has an interest in preservation, and he certainly has served successfully in the past on the board.
Yes, he has. And I don't, his name was on that list that Nell provided. So.
And it's limited to a broker. Is that true?
Mhm. Yeah.
That position has to be a real estate broker.
Real estate broker. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. The engineer might be hard to do. So we're gonna have to try and hunt somebody down.
Does it matter what kind of engineer?
I don't really think, I mean, my general sense is our preferred would be a structural, but I don't think it has to be that. Yeah. I mean, would you agree with that, Michael? I mean,
Yeah, I think that seems to be the most relevant.
yes,
sure.
Particularly dealing with, we're often dealing with, structural issues and things like that. So.
I know, for whatever it's worth, there have been instances either on city council or within the administration where there has been exceptions on the residency requirement. Does that apply to the Harb?
Yeah, I don't see any reason that it wouldn't. I mean, it's all at the discretion of the administration and council.
Okay.
I see.
So if push comes to shove, we could try to retain Nell, retain Lee, or something like
Oh,
that.
that's interesting. I wasn't
Right?
even thinking in those terms, but
Yeah,
yes,
see?
correct.
I mean, I think they both served us well. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. With that, if there's anything else, I'd accept is there a motion to adjourn our meeting?
Before we adjourn, can I just go back to one point, and I don't know how to move the conversation forward, but the concern I have is on incomplete applications, and I don't know what the next step is to ensure that next month we don't run into the same issue. So is that a Tim issue, or is that internal, or is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Denise, is that you?
I'll certainly take a look at them when they come in, and I get them and tell, like, if I see an incomplete application, then I can tell them, go back to Lips and say, you know what, this is.
This doesn't tell us what we need, right?
Yeah.
I mean, certainly Plotkin's was definitely incomplete, and this one tonight was definitely incomplete. And then we're forced to act on it and make assumptions, and so. And I think I agree with Tim. We don't want to reject something if we don't have to, and go through that whole process with city council.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my preference is that if Denise doesn't feel comfortable in identifying whether an application is complete or not, if there's an avenue where the board has access to the application in its infancy to help communicate whether, whether that goes right to Richard and Richard is sort of
Yeah.
the eyes to back up Denise.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
that's a
however that-
possibility, Denise. If you get something, make sure I get it, and
Okay,
at least I'll put my eyes on it and see what's missing. I mean, tonight it was very obvious. The graphics didn't match. The signage information wasn't. It was very obvious that things weren't all there for the review.
With that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
We love you, folks, but it's time
All
for
right.
dinner. Good night.
See you next month. Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Yeah. See, how do I get out of it?